Good evening. Welcome to RPTV. I'm Craig Stagner coming to you from the JK Auto Repair Studio. JK Auto Repair, a full-service car care provider, 2301 Selmore Road in Ozark, Missouri. This is the All Parts Auto Salvage Weekend Race Report. All Parts Auto Salvage with two locations in Springfield, 2600 North Benton for the Salvage Yard, 425 East Kearney is the parts store. And of course, the parts store, they're proud to sell Schaefer Racing Motor Oil as well as rent U-Hauls. So the holidays are coming up on us. We're 11 days away from Thanksgiving. So before you head out on one of those big treks, somewhere road trip, hopefully you'll get to go somewhere. That won't be illegal. If you have anything you need to take care of on your car, parts, or anything service, make sure you hit them up at JK Auto Repair in Ozark or All Parts Auto Salvage in Springfield. And again, we just ask that you tell them that you heard about them here on ORP TV. And when you're over at All Parts Auto Salvage, don't forget for $5 you can pick up an All Parts Matter t-shirt with any purchase. Before we get started, I want to remind you again that the ORP TV drive for Toys for Tots is still going on. Went ahead and looked at the schedule. Good to see we've got the audio back. Yeah, we have that fixed. All it took was me going out and buying a new iPhone 12. And lo and behold, our sound is back. So I'm glad to be back here with you live for sure. ORP TV drive for Toys for Tots from November 1st through the 30th. We're actually going to extend that just a little bit to that Wednesday show, the first Wednesday of December. Right now we're at about $600-700. I know that we can get over the $1,000 mark. I just know that we can. So you got about 2 weeks left. We're going to be hitting it hard because these kids, we want to make this Christmas great for them, and we're just incredibly proud to be associated with our good close friend Rochelle Summers, who's been donating time and resources and money and promoting Toys for Tots for 20 years plus. We love Rochelle, and we want to help out with the Toys for Tots. So, again, you can hit us up on PayPal at ORPTVmedia at Gmail, or you can go to Venmo and search at Craig_Stagner, or whatever you need to do. We will take care of that. We'll get that done for you. Lebanon Midway got some surprising news this week. My buddy Nicholas Bradshaw sent me a text message the other night. I didn't even know that this was in the works. However, Lebanon Midway Speedway has new owners. That's right. Track employee Clint Gann and his fiancee Tina Leanne, you see Clint and Tina here, have agreed to purchase Lebanon Midway Speedway from Jack and Dana Jones. I'm not real sure what Jack and Dana is going to do. I'm sure that they will. I'm sure Dana has a lot of chores for Jack to get on and get to working on, but I bet they'll still be a fixture out at the track. So this is really exciting news based on the amount of feedback we got on that. That's a really popular transaction, and I think it's going to go well. We look forward to seeing how things go, and we do have a interview tentatively set up with Clint Gann. Hopefully we'll be able to get him in studio, but here in the coming weeks we will be interviewing Clint and talking about about what this means to the track and what it means to him to purchase this going into the 2021 season. So congratulations. That's quite a Christmas present there to get the new track at Lebanon Midway Speedway. On the flip side of that good news is some negative news. As we all know, here's breaking news. COVID sucked this year and affected a lot of the racing. There's a few things that it's really killed off. One of those things was the Lucas Oil Off-Road Series as well as the Regional Series. Lucas Oil announced this week that they would be discontinuing that series, their portion of it. It's not immediately known whether that means that somebody else will step up. I doubt that they'll just do away with it. But as far as it being sponsored by Lucas Oil, that is not going to continue, at least not next year. It'll be interesting to see if they're still going to hold the races at Lucas Oil Speedway, who will be the sponsor. Again, I reached out to Lyndall Scranton from Lucas Oil Speedway today, and he wasn't real familiar with what the particulars were on this, and said he would get me in contact with the right person there to find out exactly how this is going to work. But this Lucas Oil Off-Road Series has been fantastic. It's launched careers of some NASCAR drivers, hosted some great racers from the Deegans to Sheldon Creed, who's in NASCAR, Kyle LeDuc, all kinds of things. They even did a movie there. There was a movie called Dirt that premiered that was shot at Lucas Oil. So we'll be anxious to see how this goes for Lucas Oil Speedway as far as the off-road series. They'd had it for the past 12 years. We'll hopefully find out pretty soon who is taking over the naming rights on that. Also, Harley Davidson announced that they are going to cease factory-based racing. What that means is that there will be no factory-backed teams at the NHRA or AFT, American Flat Track Racing. This is really good news over at Indian, because Indian is the only cycle company that was even in the same category as Harley Davidson. So Indian looks like this is a windfall for them when Harley Davidson backs out of this. Now, what this means for Vance and Hines, they are going to, it seems, stop drag racing. They are going to instead they're going to create a high-performance product line. So they are going to shift from working on racing to working on the parts that you race with. So they're going to be changing their focus at Vance and Hines. Now, one of the things that Harley Davidson said that they're going to be doing is working on their contingency programs. I'm going to break down for you just real quick, real simple, what contingency programs mean. It's kind of like a privateer thing for you. So I don't know how well you can see this. We'll try to zoom in on this here a little bit. This is a look at Hoosier Arena Cross. They have a contingency program that they're partnered with some of these companies. So you have to have a bike. Let's say you're Yamaha and you're with their contingency program. You get set up with them. You have to have a bike that is a certain year. You can't have a 78 YZ. It's like 2018. It's like a 2-year-old bike, no older than that. You kind of are sponsored by them, and if there's enough riders in your class that it qualifies for a payout, say for instance in the girls 8 to 14, first place would be $75, second place $50, third place $25. Here's your pro classes, 100, 75, 50. All the classes, 65cc open, all of them have the money. Now the way some of it's done is if you, let's say at the end of the season you had, let's just make it easy because I'm dumb, let's do simple math. You had 10 first places and you have $750. Some of them have it to where it's a debit card and you have $750 cash. Some of them you have $750 in-store credit. So that's what Harley Davidson is going to be doing. They're going to be joining most of the other bike companies, Yamaha, Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, KTM, Husky. Probably not all of them. I'm sure I've misspoken. But they have a contingency program in place. So if you run a newer bike, you can start to kind of pay for your bike and equipment, and then you're kind of a co-sponsored by them. So that's what Harley Davidson's going to do. That means the Matt Smith and Angie Smith, Matt Smith just won the NHRA Motorcycle Championship. He is not going to be factory Harley Davidson anymore. It'll remain to be seen what happens on that. Also this week, they say bad news comes in threes. Well, here was the third one. Joe Gibbs Racing Motocross Division closed the doors. After 13 years, they were in works with Suzuki as far as how much Suzuki was going to pay to continue to be there. Joe Gibbs Racing has been 13 years in. He originally started with Yamaha and most recently been Suzuki. They had names like Bubba Stewart, Davey Millsaps, Justin Brayton, Justin Barsha, Chad Reed, Joey Savacci. But it's kind of really dropped off the last couple of years with some of those bigger riders going to other teams. That being said, Joe Gibbs Racing has ceased operations of their motocross division and will continue in NASCAR, but no more Joe Gibbs Racing. Just last month, Honda Geico closed their team also. This is all all the effects of COVID-19 and no fans in the stadiums and things like that. Honda Geico had been 22 years with 12 championships. I don't know. I didn't know Geico had been around 22 years. But this affects their 450 rider Chase Sexton, 250 rider Jet Lawrence, and Christian Craig. This is a prominent team, so their closing is going to be significant. So you've got some riders going into 2021. A lot of good riders are going to be looking for teams like Chase Sexton and Jet Lawrence, who's a 16-year-old stud 250 rider. This will be interesting to see where they land. I look for KTM and Husky and Kawasaki to really swoop in here and do a lot. I don't expect Yamaha to do a lot, but maybe they will. So a lot of bad news there on the pro scene financially, the COVID, and I don't know that it's going to get a lot better next year. However, back to good news. Dallas County Speedway and Scotty Allen have announced that the 25th season of Dallas County Speedway, they've released their schedule. That's going to begin April 16th. Ought to be a great year. 25 years. Congratulations to Scotty and his dad, Bill Allen, and everyone there at Dallas County. Some of the notable events they have. The 25th season begins April 16th. They have the late model cash money event June 11th. The Bullring Mid-Season Championship June 18th. The B-Mod Stock Cars second annual Stars and Stripes Independence Day Spectacular 2nd of July. The 25th anniversary Blowout in July, the 3rd annual USMTS Bullring Bash, and the 25th Bullring Cup Season Championship, all coming up. Congratulations, 25 years. I wish that we had better, didn't have a pandemic here so we could really pack it, but I bet it's going to be a big year. Congratulations to Dallas County Speedway and Scotty Allen on their 25th season coming up. The Hot Rod Holiday was a little bit in doubt, a little in jeopardy with the pandemic, but it looks like it's a go, according to what I saw yesterday. November 21st and 22nd, that's next weekend. This year, instead of being at the downtown, it's going to be at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds, where they always have the track championship thing. My gosh, here we go. Blooper material. Where they have the Area Racers Hall of Fame. The Hot Rod Holiday is going to be there also. And on Saturday, that's a Saturday, Sunday. Saturday will be the Southwest Missouri Drag Racer Hall of Fame. We talked about that here a while back, about the people being inducted. So I think that we're going to be there for that and cover the Hall of Fame, Drag Racer Hall of Fame inductions. That is next weekend at Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. You can go to the Hot Rod Holiday and get advance tickets discounted there. So that's coming up next weekend. Hooter Holler next weekend has the Turkey Trot on Bounty Hill. That ought to be a big event. Weather looks a little iffy for next Saturday, but hey, it's Hooter Holler, it's ATVs, you're going to get muddy, right? So look forward to that. Also, next weekend, the Mid-South Arena Cross will be in Pontotoc, Mississippi. That'll be next Saturday. Mid-South Arena Cross in Mississippi, Pontotoc, Mississippi. Hoosier Arena Cross raced this past Friday, Saturday. We got the Friday results posted. There's a lot of classes, so we're not going to go through them here. Saturday results were not posted, so as soon as those are posted, we will get those for you. Historic Bolivar Speedway had racing today. They had the two-person Le Mans race. I haven't heard from Vicky Benner and Jim yet, but I know we will, and we'll get those results posted for you. So it was a sunny, pretty day, so I hope they had a good time. I saw that a lot of the tracks were talking about the POWRi Super Stock class. I guess this is a response to something with the street stock rule changes. So POWRi has jumped in. They've started the POWRi Super Stock class. The area tracks that are going to be involved with this are Legit Speedway, Batesville, Lake Ozark, Lebanon Midway, Monette, and North Central Arkansas, as well as the Poplar Bluff Motorsports Park. So it'll be interesting to see. This is a new class with a big organization like POWRi behind it. It ought to be a lot more streamlined, and no matter which track you race at, there'll be the same rules, not, well, we kind of do it different here or kind of there. There'll be set guidelines. It'll make it easier to move from track to track and race and know what to expect there. So more good news for Lebanon Midway as well as some of the other tracks. Nevada Speedway announced that they have one more event coming up. This is December 5th. Provided they can get 50 drivers, it'll be the Ice Bowl Enduro. They're taking pre-registrations. They said if they don't get 50, you of course will be refunded your money. So if you're looking for something to do in December, want to do some racing, the Ice Bowl Enduro, December 5th at Nevada Speedway. They need a minimum of 50 drivers. That sounds like a lot of fun. So check out the Nevada Speedway page for information on how to sign up. Like I said, we do have some interviews kind of lined up. We've had some really good feedback, some people recommending names of people you'd like to see me interview, whether it be here in studio with me or we'll go out on location or we'll set up a Zoom meeting. We have probably 3 or 4 of those set up. We had one set up for this week that because of some prior commitments couldn't be done. So we do have an opening this week. If you're a racer, a fan, a track promoter or owner, and you'd like to be a subject of an ORP TV interview, just send us a message here and we'll figure that out and make it work. I'm really glad to be back here with you live. Don't forget the Toys for Tots drive, ORP TV drive for Toys for Tots, still going on for 2 more weeks, and we'll get those taken care of, all your donations. We thank you very much. Thank you for being here with us. We'll be back on Wednesday from the JK Auto Repair Studio with the All Parts Auto Salvage Midweek Report. Until then, for ORP TV, I'm Stag.